Oh my goodness, there is so much lying, contradictions, hypocrisies here. Where to begin? So, I usually try to spread it out, but let's get right to it. So, apparently, Nora could not tell Laura FL from Pinche Becca's, a Hispanic woman. So, I guess she really is super woke, colorblind. Also, blind to facts. And
oh my goodness. So, I don't know about you, but I am absolutely shocked how one
legit medical excuse. But however, it does appear that he may have found a loophole to get out of, well, the warrant. And this is not really a mystery then. Why is he evading the warrant? Why? The answer is if you have a legit medical excuse, yeah, the courts are in a kind of a difficult position. Now again, technically the judge, if she is bound and determined, could probably order the police, yeah, arrest him, get him over here. But usually the courts are like adverse if you are in a medical emergency to be like, all right, we're going to grab you now from the operating table. They're like, well, we got to be patient here. And yes, things can be rescheduled. Again, there are rules for these things, so, you know, whether you like Zero Dark Tony or not, there is a space for legit medical emergencies. Again, does he really have one? Maybe, maybe not.
What makes it just the worst thing ever is that in this 41-minute video, he's doing
the monies. So apparently Nora is telling us that she's only given $800 to her lawyer, but she needs $5,000, guys. So we're failing her. So we need to give her more monies. Okay. Well, if you become a channel member, I'll do a very brutal breakdown of the numbers. Oh, of course, I'll give it to you guys eventually. But I'm like, that don't add up. That don't add up. And see, Nora thinks she's being so clever, getting rid of her videos or making them private or putting them in a paywall. So I don't even know where to begin. Okay, so she stated I've never threatened Zero Dark Tony. Yes, Nora, you have. I literally remember from memory you directly threatened Zero Dark Tony. It's no ambiguity. You threatened him outright in one of your car videos. You did that. I remember you doing it crystal clear. And hey, now that video's gone. Oh, I wonder what happened. I guess that would be keeping the record of your lying. It's like, no, I can't do that, guys. I'm here to do the grift. I will give her 1 point. She admitted, yeah, it's a grift. I need to ask for the money now. Because the lawyer's working real hard. But again, unlike Nora, I'm going to be honest. So it could be the case that all these continuances is a way for Zero Dark Tony to just keep piling on the legal costs on the Nora side as well as the Mindy side. Yes, because Mindy's also got her own legal war with Zero Dark Tony. So essentially by doing a continuance, then another continuance, what happens is, right, the costs keep escalating and escalating. So, and Nora, I mean, she's not very intelligent, says, you know, it takes like $200 each time we do this. Well, now that you've told Zero Dark Tony this, he's just going to keep doing it. We're just going to keep doing this over and over again until you get exhausted. I mean, of course you think, well, does he have the money for all this? Because he's got to pay the lawyers too, right? It's not, none of this is really for free. So, you know, so on both sides, the numbers are, you know, Paul Krugman has this thing about fuzzy math. So the math is kind of fuzzy on both ends. I want to be fair to both sides. That said, I mean, Nora is kind of doing this to herself. And she could have just been honest in the first place and said, listen, I need to do this and I need to do that. I need to do this because I want to destroy Zero Dark Tony. Because he's putting out, like, I fear for my life. Guys, oh God, I am very fearful. My defense. So she acknowledges it is a possibility Zero Dark Tony's in a hospital, but she's still fearful. What's he going to do? Use flash powers and super speed to her position? What does she think is going to happen? He's going to pull a Freddy Krueger and jump into her dreams and get her that way? I mean, no. I mean, time and distance is a thing. So, not sure. And again, listen, if she wants to have a private legal war, she can do that. That is her prerogative.
There's no way that you could overlook such a glaring gap bruh. Such a glaring problem. This is like the Death Star. Like, what are we talking about?
City, like, we have to help her. Because if we don't help her, well, Nora's in danger. Nora is not in danger, right? And again, I'm not going to address the person who, well, frankly, is lying about these things, saying, there's threats. There is no evidence whatsoever that Zero Dark Tony poses an actual physical threat to Nora. If he did, simple, guys, you call the police, you call the FBI. That is the end of the story, right? This whole clown show is getting beyond stupid. If there's an actual valid reason for concern, you can go to the authorities. They are obligated to investigate, right? That's how it works. It's not difficult to understand here. You call the FBI. You can do that. They'll open a case file. But here's the problem. If you just call them with nonsense and say, well, they're going to tell you that does not qualify as any real, genuine threat to your person. You're wasting our time. Stop doing that, right? We all know what a valid threat would be. Zero Dark Tony has not met that criteria, period. At all. And among her followers, none of them presented any serious evidence that he is going to threaten her. How? Right? Because they like to make fun of him that he's so tiny and weak and sick all the time. All right, okay, fine. You can ridicule him all you like. That's the First Amendment. Then I don't get it. At one point, he's tiny. He's a bug. Nobody fearful. No, he's nothing. He's a nothing. And the next second, he's Mighty Mouse, and he's Godzilla, and he's rampaging the city and going to destroy everything. Well, which is it? It can't be both. So I'm not putting a zero Dark Tone. I'm just stating like real sheer logic, which is reflected in court cases and the legal system, right? Now, can you file frivolous lawsuits? Yeah, sure, you can do it. I don't think you should. But Nora just like, oh, come on, oh, God. Well, yeah, I mean, a frivolous lawsuit does cost money. That's just a tautology, right? Why should anybody feel sorry for you? Like valid legal cases can raise money. They have. Just you can Google this in 3 seconds. The NAACP with civil rights, Tibetans, refugee causes. It's not hard to raise money for valid cases. The court system is amenable to that, right? They're hostile to fraud, but if you want to raise money for this or that legal case, and listen, I don't have any real hostility to Nora's lawyer. A lawyer will tell you these things to get the money, saying, oh yeah, your case is very important. Oh my gosh, yes. Oh, I'm so feministy. You're a woman. We're very woke. We're going to be very woke together. I get it. It's a scam. That's also part of the legal system, and it's totally valid. I don't think it's a good thing, but it is there. But whatever the outcome of this case, the world will keep on spinning. Don't worry.
Disagreement day, the number on screen, you call in, we duke it out. Otherwise, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please feel free to like, share,